Hello, Darkovika here, take two. Alright, here's me reviewing a game I just finished. The World Ends With You, also known as either What a Wonderful World or This is a Wonderful World in Japan. And I believe, I'm actually going to go back on what I was saying before, which you don't know about. In 2008, I think it was released in Japan. In 2010, I think it was released here. Citation required. Basically, it was originally a DS game, and the graphics were pretty good. They were alright. The art is very interesting. It was made by a sect of Square Enix. Part of the group went on to create Kingdom Hearts. Um, it's it's the story is ridiculously well thought out. Like, to be honest, if you're really into a game that gives you a really free fighting system where you can choose how you want to fight, how hard you want to take it, what kind of rewards you want, this is, I swear to God, it's the best game for you. Like, you can decide if you really just want to take it easy for the next couple chapters, put it on easy mode. And then you decide, you know what, I'm kind of tired of easy mode now. I don't want to, kick major butt all the time. I'm going to put it on hard mode, but I also want to get some really awesome weapons that I don't have right now that you can only get on hard mode. So you take your level and you bring it all the way down, which gives you ridiculous drops. And it's so, fighting is just so, what's the word I'm looking for? Satisfying. It's like Kingdom Hearts. I don't know. There's just something so satisfying about killing something in those games. Sorry, I shouldn't compare it to Kingdom Hearts. Some people don't see Kingdom Hearts as a real game. Cough, Josh, cough. Basically, I would give The World Ends With You at least an 8 out of 10. Like, the story is completely, it's basically, the ending, without spoilers, is the biggest plot twist you can basically ever come up with. There's plot twist, and then there's, like, the ending plot twist, where it turns out that the first plot twist wasn't a plot twist. So, it's basically The World Ends With You. And then, of course, there's secret reports that you can get throughout the game by replaying it and meeting certain criteria, which is totally worth it. And a secret ending, which is about 10 seconds long, which you can, of course, see on YouTube. But, it's a really interesting ending, actually, believe it or not. And it's so well thought out. Like, it's such a deep, dark, twisted game. And the characters really grow, especially the main character. He goes from being a major douchebag to a minor douchebag. No, that's not true. A minor whiner. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Basically, that's the character growth. And the character, personalities are just so different. They're so impressive. And the music for The World Ends With You. Oh my God. The whole game is basically wrapped around the fact that the main character walks around with giant headphones on his ears. So the game's soundtrack is as if you're listening to the sounds, or to the songs on his iPod or MP3 player. Like, it feels like you are walking around with headphones on. And you're playing this game and you're like, oh, I'm just listening to some music, you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, none of the music is, I shouldn't say none. A couple of the songs are purely soundtrack music, like no vocals, but only maybe 3 songs out of 64 tracks. It's insane. And it's really good music. It's really intense music. It's not whatever, oh, music that doesn't get you thinking. This music really gets you pumping. Like, it gets your blood really rushing. You're fighting these battles, and the music just goes so well. Like, go on YouTube after this video, or go right now, I don't care, it's totally worth it, and type in The World Ends With You soundtrack, playlist. Click one of the ones that you find, because it's probably correct. And just listen to that music, because it's just... And then, recently they actually released a remix for the phone, which was called the Solo Remix. And I have to say, I actually think it was done pretty decently. And okay. They took the original game, revamped it by changing some of the dialogue, just a little bit. Adding a little bit more dialogue. improving the graphics massively, and also removing the dual screen fighting system on the DS, which I'm not going to get into because that will be another 6 minutes of me trying to explain that convoluted mess. Except for the fact that it's actually not as difficult, and that's another reason why I don't want to explain it, is because I'm going to explain it and you're all going to go, what is that? So just play the game, get an emulator, you'll figure it out. It's not as bad as it looks or sounds. It flows pretty decently. You just have to try. And then, oh yeah, so they removed the dual screen. On the DS, you used both screens in combat. On the iPhone, it removes that, but you're still using your partner, because the whole point of the whole game is you have a partner with you at all times. So they still kept that in the game, but I really liked the way that they employed it, because it really meant that you had to figure out how to use your pins to the best effect. Like it really, pins are your weapons. You use pins and they signify weapons. That's a whole nother story. Just take my word for it. Basically, in the iPhone and like iPad revamp, you basically had to really think about your weaponry in order to use your partner's abilities to the max. If you wanted to call on your partners, let's say the first partner is Shiki, you have to tap on the monsters. Now, if you have weapons that are used by slashing, you're never going to call your partner. It's like a done deal. You're never going to use her. You're just basically going to spend the entire game slashing and going, oh yeah, whatever happened to Shiki? I don't see her anymore. You have to switch out your weapon, your armory, so that you're tapping monsters and therefore getting the right bonuses and stuff like that. And it flows really well on the iPhone. Like, I know games really shouldn't be made for the iPhone, but I liked it. It was really good. It was a really well spent $18. The only thing I have to complain about is the fact that there's like a little Reaper where you can spend real money to buy more tracks from the soundtrack, which I think is ridiculous. I just spent $18 on this game. I'm not gonna spend like $10 more on sounds that I can only use in the game. Like, I can buy them from, pardon me, you can buy about 50 tracks in-game that you can access from your items menu in both the DS and the iPhone version. In the iPhone version, you can buy an additional like 10 tracks with actual real-world money. That's just ridiculous. I paid almost $20 for this game. I have to pay $10 more for these songs that I can't even access on my phone? No. It's not worth it. Besides, YouTube. Right. But, so yeah. 8-minute review. Fantastic game. Seriously, it's worth at least an 8 out of 10. At least. iPhone, at least an 8 out of 10. Both of them. They're such good games, such amazing stories. If you like a game that has a good story, a good RPG, play it. I'm not actually supposed to tell you to go get an emulator. You shouldn't get an emulator. Do not use emulators. There we go. Okay. So hard to do that. I kept wanting to click this. So yeah, there's my new review. I know I asked you guys what I should review on on my Facebook page. You gave me games that I've never played before. Just kidding. Alright, so I guess I'll talk to you guys next time. I'll try uploading another video soon. Probably the Lego Let's Plays, and then I'll start recording again. Josh and I just recorded Penumbra a couple days ago. Don't worry. I've got it under control. I will finish my Lego Let's Plays and I will finish my Penumbra Let's Plays. I have a list, okay? I'm really organized this time around. I'm trying to be. Right. 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, best video ever. Rah, hang loose. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. That was lame. Alright. I'm sorry, it's almost midnight. I'm just like... No, false. Because it's going to be a 10-minute and 30-second video because I have to quickly tell you the story. I was playing The World Ends With You on my iPhone, and actually I never beat the game on the DS. I got to the final boss, and then I lost the game for like 2 years, and then I found it again, but I couldn't get back into it because I totally forgot how to play. And I was like, I don't feel like starting over again because it was really complicated. And nah. And, And then I got the iPhone and I was like, oh wow, this is a lot easier than I remember because it flows a lot better. That's my opinion. You're going to get a lot of other people who are like, I don't like it because it's not the original gameplay. Whatever. So I'm playing it this morning, okay? Just beat the final boss. Final cutscene. Convoluted plot twist of all mother plot twists, okay? I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm looking at my phone. This great story is happening. Mother is calling you. And I'm like, where'd my cutscene go? Oh my god, no. And so I answer my phone and I'm like, yes, okay, bye. And I hang up and I get into the game and I press it and I'm waiting for that cutscene to pick up. It teleported me back to the beginning of the final bosses. I lost my cutscene. I didn't have the time to fight the bosses again. I cried. And then, of course, I have my iPhone out, right? I'm playing right now. And I get to the final cutscene, and I told Josh this, of course, right? The story in the morning of how my mom called me and totally buggered up my game. So I'm sitting there, and I get to the exact same point where my mother called me. And I'm like, I finally reached the point in this, don't you dare. And Josh starts laughing because I knew he had just reached for his phone and had his finger on the call button. Telepathy, man. I know him. I know that mofo. He laughs at me. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Expect a video soon. 12-minute video is fine. It's going to take forever to upload, even on my phone. I'm sorry. I was supposed to record this sideways. Live with it, okay? It's long ways. It's vertical. I just recorded 12 minutes for you. I'm not re-recording this. It's take 2. It's midnight. Fuck you. I love you. You guys are amazing. You're the best viewers ever. Darkovika loves you. You're my Dark Hooligans and my Darkovians. I don't know where Darkovian came from. You're my Dark Hooligans. Yeah. I'm just kidding. I don't know what to call you guys. You're my lovely viewers and I love you all to pieces and I would be nothing without you. Comment and subscribe and like me and love me and give me attention and all that good stuff. Go to my Facebook page. Like, woo, it's almost 13 minutes. I gotta shut up now. Bye.